What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It's Thursday, November 5th, just after 11 a.m. Eastern Time. What a wild, crazy day in the stock market. All kinds of stocks popping up and taking off today. HOFV from 3 up to 650. ALTM going from 18 up to a high of 23.50. We also had ONCT popping off from $1.75 all the way up to $4. A lot of stocks just exploding. FOMO is in the market today. The one stock, APVO, also had a little pop on it today from 14 up to 17.50. This stock has just been wild, running all the way. A few days ago it was at 6.50, and then yesterday running up and hitting the high of almost $20. Today I was able to take advantage of the FOMO and the momentum, and I was able to make $13,000. We're going to talk about my trades. I did take one loser on RIDE. We'll talk about that. But let's jump into these. Hopefully you guys are all having a great day. I wanted to jump on, do a live stream, and show you guys the momentum and the opportunities that are in the stock market. HOFV. This was the trade I made $8,000 on. There's my profit right there. This is not a simulated account. This was gapping up pre-market, all right here, and it opened up way down here at $3. But if I look at the daily chart on this, let's see, HOFV. You got to pay attention to the details. You have to pay attention to the details. HOFV, this is the daily chart, has no history at all of having a really good day and extreme volume. Look at this volume day right here. 70 million volume on the day so far. And you see this blue line? That's the 50-day moving average. So this stock, finally in its first time in the history of this stock, gets a gap up. Gaps up and above that 50-day moving average and opens up right at that $3 where that 50-day moving average is. It's a low float stock. You gotta pay attention to details like that. You see, the float on this is 2.8 million. If you have a volume surge come into this stock, it's just gonna lights up and explode. And all it takes is for one stock to start the party. APVO has exploded and went parabolic supernova the past 2 days. When people see that, they say, wow, I'm not gonna miss the next one. I'm going to be in the market the next day, and whatever pops up on my scanners first, I'm going to attack, and I'm going to attack hard. And then you have all these chat rooms doing the same thing. APVO, look at this thing. Just exploding to the upside. But HOFV, right at $3, this opens, pops up to $4 and gets that pullback, and then starts grinding up. And look at all this volume come in right here, just explodes up to 4, up over 4, runs all the way up to almost $6. All right here is where I kept adding onto it, just buying, because I just seen more volume coming into it. It's a low float stock. Nothing was really popping off. This was like the one that got it started for today. And then right when it was perking up over 5, that's when I started unloading and getting out of the position. Now, The second one I want to talk about is ALTM. ALTM was also gapping up this morning. Comes out with Hall of Fame resort and for September 30th. But another low float stock at ALTM. Let's see what the float is. 3.3 million is the float on ALTM. I'm sorry it's taken me. I got Street Smart Edge running, Thinkorswim running, Trade Ideas running. So another low float stock on ALTM. This stock had a great wedge right here. Just below 1750, explodes up to 2050 right into a halt. After this stock gets unhalted, pops up to $22, and it kept slamming down to this mental $20 level. This is where I traded it right here at this $20 mental level. As soon as I seen that this $20 was holding as support and it started to perk up to 2050, I jumped in. 3,000 shares, exploded right to the top. You see the volume retrace on it right here? When you see volume retrace on a stock after it makes its move, that's a good sign, a good continuation sign. Does it happen all the time? No, but was able to make $5,000 on ALTM. Now I want to talk about RIDE. RIDE. This stock has been so hard to trade. So hard to trade. I tried trading this yesterday. Let me zoom in on it right here yesterday. Yesterday I was looking to make well over $10,000 on RIDE. I started to scale into my position when it was holding up and above this $18 right here. I started to scale into it, buying 2,000 share lots, 2,000, and as soon as it got up to here and it broke below, it didn't take me out and it came right back up and I added on more. I was really looking for that home run trade on this, that run from 18 up to that mental $20 level. But it just popped up to 1876, came back down and flushed down, and that's when I sold it right here. This one was a hard one to trade yesterday, but I was still able to make $500 on it, but it's a fail in my eyes because I was trying to make that home run on this trade yesterday and it just didn't work out. And it just goes to show, plans don't work all the time. So then today, RIDE right from the open pops right back up over 18. So I say, all right, maybe today we'll get that $18 to $20 push. It's a nano float stock. The float on this, when it says it on Trade Ideas, is only, let me bring it over, 900K. 915,000 is what the float says on Trade Ideas. So once again, I buy 2,000 shares of it right here and it flushed down. It took me out and then it wanted to come right back up over 18. So I'm thinking again, all right, maybe now it just fake broke to the downside and it's trapping shorts. I got in again right here at 18, got 2,500 shares, and then cracked below the VWAP, and I just sold it for a $2,800 loss. So RIDE was very, very hard to trade the past 2 days. Now, watch. Eventually, maybe this will hit $20. I have the right idea. It's just my timing is off on it. That's all. So And then I want to talk about KNDI. I just like the charts better on Street Smart Edge. We'll use these. KNDI, yesterday it was hot. From $6.80 exploding up to $9. These are good opportunities in the stock market, guys. I've just listed off 8 different stocks that all have really big range and are moving dollars at a time. And yet I have people in the Discord focused on sub-zero penny stocks that are 2 cents, 5 cents, moving 5 cents at a time. That's not where the money is. The money are in stocks from $2 and up. If a stock is moving dollars at a time, you only really need to buy a couple hundred shares to make a good amount of money. You know, you're buying these sub penny stocks at 5 cents, 20 cents. You have to buy 100,000 shares of that. And, you know, if it goes up 5 cents, you have a good payday. But if it goes down and you can't get out, you know, you're going to screw yourself, especially if you're trading OTC stocks. You know, you got to remember, if a stock is slamming down and selling off on OTC land, it could be really hard to get out because you don't get filled until the market maker wants to fill you. And that's the risk of trading OTC stocks. But KNDI, I want to talk about what happened this morning on it. Another good little setup on this. Let me get my marker out. KNDI this morning formed a nice little wedge right here. Right at that 835 level. And from 835, got a nice pop all the way up to 870. Nice little, what, 40-cent pop on it. But then, when this came back down, a textbook wedge like this is supposed to pop, retrace back, and hold as support like it did all right here at the area it broke out from, but it just puttered out, making lower highs, and then eventually just falling through, I think. Or it's about to. So just be careful with KNDI. There's so many different stocks going off and popping off. Volume is distributed everywhere in the markets. So you got to be careful with KNDI. Now, APVO. This one was hard for me today. It just goes to show, not all stock, if a stock has a good move like that, doesn't mean it's going to be easy to trade. I think I just got FOMO on APVO. APVO, almost 3K loss. All right here. This is where I traded it. Thinking it was going to U-shape up and around, pop up to 16, break through 16 and run. But I got caught in that flush down, and then for this thing to come back and then explode up like that, it sucks, yeah, but you just got to learn from it and move on, you know. And it just goes to show as well, don't trade the first 10 to 15 minutes of the open. You know, sometimes I break my rules, and look what happened to me. I broke my rules. I normally don't trade the first 10 to 15 minutes of the market open. I got FOMO right here, thinking it was going to go because I've seen how much this stock can run. I mean, look at that. From all the way up to almost $20 from $9 down here at the end of the day. So, got FOMO, and it bit me. But I was able to make it back with HOFE making 8K on this. And I was really confident with this one. Really confident. That's why I kept adding and adding and adding onto it, because when you have a low float stock like this and you see volume on the day is not really. Let's say the volume is at 1 million on the day and we're in the first hour of the open. There's not really much volume into it, and the stock starts picking up and breaking out, and you're watching the tape and you just see the tape just going wild and volume is just pumping into the stock. You keep glancing over at the total volume on the day every minute, 5 minutes. You could clearly see volumes pumping into it. 1 million, 2 million, 4 million, 5 million. That's that demand factor hitting the stock. It's all about noticing a supply and demand imbalance in the market as a day trader. And that's why these low float stocks can have really, really big rips and explode up. But you got to be careful too, because look what happened right here. You had a big death candle from 640, slams all the way down below 5 to 480. So that's what, $1.50, pretty much $1.50, $1.70 slam down right there in 2 candles. So saying that I like to try to remember with stocks like this, if you have a grind up like that, it's going to have a death candle. This got the grind up on it, and then it got that big ramp push up, and then it was met with a big death candle. So this is probably done for unless it reverses. It needs to get back and above $5 for people to start getting back into it. But right now, shorts are in control. But whenever you have a stock that's under 5 million in float, you have to keep an eye on it, because things can switch like that, like a switch. It could look like the most horrible stock. Nobody will be interested in it. But then all it takes is for one short to get squeezed, and then they all follow, and it's the domino effect. And then you just get that boom, that explosion, and the stock just likes to go parabolic. Like, let's see. Like that right there. Just go parabolic and explode. Or just go boom to the moon. But HOFV, very, very good play today, followed by ALTM. Good continuation move right there out of the halt from 20 up to 23. Very, very nice. It looks like it's got a triple top on it up here at 23.50, but just be careful. That's how short squeezes happen. People think a stock's up way too much and they short it, and then what's the float on ALTM? 3.6 million. So it's a low float stock. And then a good thing to do is to have multiple brokers like I do. Charles Schwab, right at the top, right here. What does that say? Hard to borrow. So there's no shares available to short. Pull over, think or swim. Thing you could do on your watch list over here, type in your stock, and then as a column, add the HTB or ETB, hard to borrow or easy to borrow. You see how it says it right there? Right here. NTB, none to borrow on ALTM. So if you see a stock, a low float, it's up on the day, and it's easy to borrow on Think or Swim, 90% of people fail in the stock market. 90% of day traders fail in the stock market. It's easy to borrow. Everybody thinks it's up way too much. It's easy to borrow. They all short it. And then that's when you can just get a wild squeeze. Wild. That's pretty much, I think, what happened with SRRK and TUP. TUP was easy to borrow for the longest time. Won't let me go back that far. But TUP just kept going and going and going and going. Right here. From 21 had that big gap up to 28, and then from 30s running all the way up to almost 35. So, and then SRRK, pretty much same thing. SRRK, and I'm not trying to brag to you guys, but it's been really good for me. Really good to me. I was able to make $20,000 trading it all these days right here. Just easy squeeze money because it was easy to borrow. People kept getting squeezed. People still think that it's up way too much and they're anticipating that breakdown. I get on StockTwits and Twitter and I'll look to see what people are saying. Everybody's waiting for that crack. So if this is easy to borrow, or if all these shorts are short SRRK, and that every single day that goes by and it still hasn't cracked and it's hanging around at that high, that's when you could see magical things happen. That's, you know, I personally don't like to short stocks. I get more of an enjoyment of pursuing and searching for that next squeeze. That's what I like to do as a trader. So let's see here. So Apex Trader says, congrats on your remarkable progress. It's the past few months, bro. It's extremely inspirational seeing you trading so well now. All the hard work pays off. All the hard work. Guys, I've been doing this for 5 years. 5 years. For 2.5 of those years, I've lost money consistently. Lost. But I didn't quit. That's where a lot of people, they blow up an account, maybe 2 accounts. They don't give themselves enough time and they quit. You just don't quit this game. Don't. And buckle down and study your butt off. I'm telling you guys, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You know, there are times I could be sloppy, you know, but consistency wise, I'm there. I could see myself doing this for the rest of my life. You know, that's what it all comes down to. No problem, Sam. I love sharing and talking with you guys. I just want to show you guys that if you dedicate yourself to this, study every single day, buckle down, forget what other people are doing and talking about. Don't pay attention what people are saying on StockTwits, Twitter. 90% of people fail in this game. And when I get on StockTwits, I scroll through there, I barely see people ever post their P&L. Ever. And they talk all this stuff. ALTM, let's go to that one. All these people are just talk. Oh, a couple people alerted it. I see that. That chat room alerted it. That chat room alerted it. That chat room alerted it. But they won't post their P&L. Makes no sense. Back it up. You know, actions speak louder than words. You know, and then look at, there's my post. I'm the only one that posted my P&L out of all this. But everybody else is just talk. There's no other P&L on here. So, you know, if you're following a guru and they don't post their P&L consistently and physically show you that they're consistently profitable, don't follow them. All they are is talk. You know, actions speak louder than words. There's a lot of fraud and gurus out there in the stock market. Everybody thinks they're a day trader, because day trading, all it takes is a click of a button. You buy and sell with a click of a button, you're a day trader. But when you start putting up those big P&Ls, making over 10K, 20K profit, you're starting to get in the big leagues. Start to follow those types of people. You know, my whole career, I followed traders like Deckmar Trades, Guy Gentile. I'll follow Warrior Trading. I won't say too many bad things. I don't want to really say any bad things about the guy. I don't believe in his way of trading, but I follow him. Tim Sykes, you know, I follow these big guru people because I know they have sheep. And I know how to read a chart and break down a chart. I've studied emotions. I have emotional intelligence. I've trained myself to handle my emotions. So if I'm following all these gurus that have all these followers, I can take advantage of all of them. That's the way I look at it. It's the Wolf of Wall Street. You gotta be ruthless in this game to make it. And that's the truth. I wanted to find it. I don't think I'll be able to find it. Let me see. Here we go. This right here. That's why I've switched my profile pic to this. You have to consider yourself a wolf and just be ruthless. Think ruthless, be ruthless, because you're taking other people's money in the stock market when you're right. When you're wrong, you're giving your money to somebody else. The stock market is a device used for transferring funds from account to account. When you make money, somebody was wrong. You're taking their money. When you lose money, somebody's taking that money because they were right. So you gotta remember stuff like that. There's just so many like little things that you gotta learn in the market. So many little things. But I'm just about gonna wrap this up. If you guys are interested, I'm always promoting this. I have a Discord chat room. Feel free to join it if you guys want. You guys take advantage of this chat room. I have so much educational content packed into this channel. You know, a lot of these Discord chat rooms out there, they just want to give you guys alerts. I want to put stuff out there for you to learn and be self-efficient. I'm not out here to put out alerts and buy here, sell there. If you learn this game, you're set for life. Come on, guys. All kinds of stuff. If you're into Fibonacci, I have all these Fibonacci educational stuff. If you're into trading psychology, I have all of this educational stuff on psychology. Audiobooks, jammed packed and right there for you guys. All audiobooks at your fingertips. Book recommendations. 28 PDF books right here, available for free for you guys. I'm giving it all to you for free. But all I see, people come, they go, they come, they say they want to learn, but then they leave, they give up, and then 20 years later, they're working the same job, and then they're like, dang, what if I stuck with that trading? Well, where would I be at? You know, go after what you want. Go after what makes you happy. You know, and for me, trading and teaching you guys, showing you guys how I do this, I love doing that. I'm really passionate about what I do. But slowly but surely, one day at a time, we're growing and we're growing. That's what counts. You want to grow and learn something new every day. 365 days in a year, you learn something every single day. That's 365 new things you've learned. So don't waste time just sitting there playing video games. If you want to be a game streamer, go ahead, go for it, but it's way too competitive. So many people are doing it. But in the market, everybody has a chance as long as you work hard. If you work hard, study your butt off, it will reward you over time. Everybody learns differently than others. Some people, it takes a year for them to pick up on it. Some people, it takes 2 years. For me, it took 2.5 years. You could learn this and be consistently profitable in a year. It can happen. You could do it. But some people, it takes 3 years. Some people, it takes 5 years. I've seen a trader, it took him 10 years to start seeing consistency and start pulling in profits. But I'm going to end it right there. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a live stream. We'll day trade live. You guys can see me in action again. Last Friday we traded. We made $2,000 trading SRRK and Tupperware. And then we took a little trade on JMIA. So leave in the comments down below. Do you guys want me to day trade with you guys tomorrow live? If you're for it, hit the like on this button. Get the word out there, guys. Trading Learning 101 is coming, and we're going to be doing big things. We're going to be doing big things, I'll say that. But alright guys, as I always say, till next time, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, study, study. Peace.